What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode with AB Investments. We all had a great day today, a wonderful day. I got my ass kicked at the restaurant. I did have a lot of fun with the SPY today. Again, I was telling everybody from yesterday about the CPI data today, and you see, another one. But yeah, and the beauty about it is that we were in the SPY was moving in a $10 range, up and down, in the 80s and the 90s, and it's amazing for anybody who basically plays options or even does day trading. That's like you would. Oh, there's another one. More commercials. Just because I'm shooting the video, that's why. um, but yeah, so that's the best thing I've always told all of you guys. Like your volatility is your best friend if you make it your best friend. Uh, or could be your worst enemy if you obviously don't have your contingency plans and if you don't do your profit collection, and in the same time if you don't know when to get in and when to get out. But yeah, the SPY was it was a dream today. I'm good for the week as far as I'm full for the week as far as dealing with the stock market and even trading, just because of that, of what happened today. Now, besides that, what did we also have today? We had the much coveted and waited for vote results. Came out as the yes, just like the rumors had it lately, and as I expected from over a month and a half ago, that even if everybody voted no, the yes was going to come out no matter what. Now, the interesting part that no one is asking this question, it was interesting to me that it was percentages that came out. Like, okay, so he came out and said 88% voted for this, 87% voted for the other two. What is the count? If people were voting, can you say, Adam Aron, that is, can you say, because you saw these numbers, I mean, again, you as you tell these percentages to us, that means you're basing those percentages off of the numbers of the votes. Each share gets a vote. That's why Intera came in and got, they had the whole ordeal, and we'll talk about that in just a second in the video of why that could be a something that they won't even need, and that's why they made the motion to dismiss that lawsuit. But we'll talk about it in just a second. But 88% of what voted for number one, and then 87% for 2 and 3. For what of how many shares? You realize that for now, until now, I've told you guys as the family all along for the past 2 years plus that the other side, the most important thing is that you do not know what's on the background. Because if you know how many synthetics are in the background, or how many synthetics are there, or if there are synthetics even, then nobody would even think about or dare about selling. They will go do whatever. They will rob a bank. They will rob somebody just to make sure that they don't sell a single share. And they will make it their utmost, important decision and the utmost importance to get a share by all means, no matter what they have to do, even if they have to take food from their own kid's mouth. For now, you don't need to eat now. You'll eat later. But that's the thing. It's always been in the question that we as retail investors, we believe there are synthetics, but the CEO himself doesn't believe there were synthetics. He said he doesn't believe. But in the same time, he has the power, him and that board, to actually see these things and share it. I mean, again, if he sees that most of retail is constantly having a problem with the synthetics and the IOUs and all that stuff, then if these people were given proxies, and I know many people didn't get their proxies, but the overwhelming majority did. So when these people voted, he couldn't see, I mean, what, there was not at least one extra synthetic share, or 2 or 3? At that point, it's his fiduciary duty, him and that board, to say that, hey, look, we got an imbalance in this float. What is this? We shouldn't have more votes, more extra, that is, than the float. At that point, Armageddon begins. But he didn't, and it's been over 2+ years. He never did that. We've had multiple votes situations for proxies and stuff like that, and it never came out of what, like, first time he said there's 4 million plus investors of you, and on an average of 500 on an average shares a piece. Now 2 years later, almost a year and a half later, it's 88% voted for the yes. Where's the share count? People are voting with these shares, which is technically another form of giving you indirectly a share count. I just want to know the answer to that question. What's up with that? So is it based off of the 88%? Is it based off of 88% of the float? Or 88% of what was voted on or what was voted with? Because if those numbers are obviously true, since everybody wants to be Adam Aron's #1 pet of the year, the month lately, as of late, what's so hard about sharing that? What is difficult about sharing that? He knows that that's the #1 issue, most of his, one of the most important issues that most of his investors are upset with. He can easily calm the fire. And as he alluded to, he said there are no synthetics. Then if he's correct with that statement, then all of us have been wrong all along. There is no MOAS. And people who are saying they're buying, they've been selling, and nobody's holding shit. If what he's saying is true. If there are no synthetics, what MOAS are we thinking of? I'm not going to play Sherlock Holmes. I'll leave that to you. Each one can be the Sherlock Holmes of their own investment. I've always advised everybody in the family to keep contingency plans, always act based on what's going to happen. For AB himself, I've told you that no vote means MOAS on table. Yes vote means run-up will still happen because shorts still have to be closed. However, MOAS has to be thought about. I'm going to do what's best for me and my family, and I'm going to do what's best for myself. I expect each and single one of you, as you've all have always been doing, to do the same thing. We will see how it materializes because, again, AMC have filed a motion to basically take out the lawsuit, to dismiss it. Since there's 80% who voted, then we didn't need Antera votes. That's the appeal that's the motion that they're going to submit to, or they have already submitted to the court. When the judge looks at that, he's going to be like, well, whatever this allegation of what could have been illegal with this company, well, it looks like the vote of the yes was going to go through regardless. Now, the judge could, and the courts could, or some other suit could come out and say, we want an actual, like, they could towards something completely different, not about the Antera and all that to secure the votes and whatever to secure the yes vote, but it could be something different that's related more to the shares. That's all I give two shits about. If there are synthetics, we just had a vote, they should have easily been popped up. They should have easily, at least a little bit, some of them should have popped up through the votes. And if many people didn't get their proxies, I know for the overwhelming majority, you see it all around. People are saying, well, I did at least get mine. And everybody got all theirs clean and clear, most of the people. So if you want to tell me most of the community got their shares and they got their vote and their proxies and it was all correct, most, not all, but most, and the board and the CEO didn't see a single extra share or a synthetic here or there, that means the community has been wrong all along, if that is to be the truth. I'd like to believe the other alternative. And that's why I've told many people before that, hey, sometimes, again, like I told you, you do not put all the blame on the pawns, or you can't just blame the real people that are pulling the strings are in the background, and it's the entire system that is against us, whether feds, whether government, whatever. Again, that's my alleged opinion. I could be very wrong. I've been wrong many times in my life, and I've been right many times in my life. It's up to you to take care of your own investment and make your own decisions. Now you got a lot to make. Whatever you do, however way you go from here, you owe no one any explanation on anything, no matter who you are and what you do, no matter what your vote was. As everybody remembers, I was an Aristotle of advocating for the entire community, all about the talks of unity and being one community and being one and being all for one and one for all. And I think that I did a phenomenal job of always being humble and obviously being myself, because it's just that easy to be yourself. I don't know. Again, I even looked around today. I've seen some stupid, insignificant stuff on the side. Apparently, I was even brought up as the person who, AB this, like I'm the one who's like the most known no about the vote out there. I've always said from over a month and a half ago, fact check and going back, and I've said that the yes is going to come out no matter what. I've explained my reasoning just to show the entire community that I'm always going to be raw and fucking real no matter what. And when I say this, guys, it's much easier from my position as a content creator. I don't take this shit that serious. You see it. I come in whenever I want to come in and put up a video whenever I put a video up. But what I give is always my 100% and exactly what I feel and what I see and how I think and my knowledge and from the past when it goes into this. As far as anything else, like this whole yes and the no crap and everything, I've already told people from a month and a half ago, it's going to come out as a yes regardless, because it poses a systemic risk. All that matters is that we stick together before and after. So if the no came out, the yesers were going to come out and say that we're all out today? I've heard some people say it. I thought it was very stupid and small of them, because they are small. But there's no two sides to this. At the end of the day, I can hold 1 million AMC shares and I could say no. And who the hell is going to come and tell me or point to me as no, UAB, yes or no, or whatever? Nobody owes anybody any explanation. It's much easier from my position to actually come out and give the people what they want to hear, rather than telling them what they should be hearing or the truth that I feel is on the inside. People feel drifting. I never give anybody that vibe, and thanks God. And Ramadan is right around the corner. So I pray, honestly, for these little minds, little parasitic minds, for the way that they are, because that is the number one reason why they are the way they are in this life. It's because they are who they are. On the inside, they're just their own worst enemies. And again, I pray for each single one of you guys. And like I said again, I wish everybody nothing but the best. At the end of the day, we all have somebody to answer to. So therefore, I'm afraid of mine. Hopefully you are of yours, whoever it is, whatever higher power you believe in. Even if it's money, hopefully, you could be on good terms with it. And to each their own. With that being said, much love, AB Investments. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.